Hello world travelers and tourism lovers. I'm Blerina Travels and our guest for today's video series Blerina Travel in Quarantine is Alison Pike, a tourism expert from United Kingdom and Vice President of Southern Visions Travel. Welcome Ali and thank you for your time. How are you?
Hi Blerina, and hi to all your listeners. We're doing well here in southern Italy. It's not a bad place to be in quarantine, I have to say. The food is wonderful, the weather's nice, but it's obviously a very, very challenging time. So we're grateful for everything our government's doing, and but we're all a lot of community and support from other fellow operators at this time. So it's great to connect with you all.
You are an English woman living in Puglia. How did this happen?
Lots of people ask that question, and no, I didn't get married to an Italian, which is what most people immediately assume. But no, my husband and I, we were living in the UK, and at the end of at the middle of the 2000s, and we just weren't really satisfied with life in England and wanted to have a different life. So we came to Puglia as an adventure. We didn't have any job or any contacts or anything, but something about the area spoke to us, and it really is a magical place. So we came in 2007, and we've never left. We fell in love with the area and the people and the lifestyle. And I was fortunate enough to meet my business partner in Southern Visions, Antonello, in 2011, and we started working together and have this wonderful company that really shares the best of Puglia with adventure travelers.
What is the most beautiful place to visit in Italy?
Oh no, I know Blerina sent me these questions, but there is no right answer to that one because there's so much beauty. I mean, there's quite a lot of videos going around at the moment that highlight the very best of Italy, and they're all 20 minutes long because you start from Venice, going all the way down to Sicily. There's natural beauty, there's architectural beauty, there's museums, there's wonderful buildings, there's palaces, there's lakes, there's mountains. I mean, I just can't I can't begin to think of one thing that stands out, but it's the altogether of this wonderful place.
As a tourism expert, can you give us, people engaged in tourism, some advices on how to relaunch tourism and how to compensate from the damages suffered this month due to the coronavirus?
Well, I think firstly that adventure travel is the best part of the travel industry. So, I mean, it involves the best products and it involves, in my opinion, the best people, because it's a part of the industry that is full of passion, because people want to really share something wonderful about the area where they're based. So, and I think adventure travel has an advantage over other parts of the travel industry. I feel that the cruise line industry, for example, is going to be one of the hardest hit sectors. There'll be different, but I think adventure tourism has two main advantages right now for the relaunch, and that is obviously you're offering an experience in nature, and I think people will want to be in nature after this experience with the coronavirus and having worries maybe about being in busy places with lots of other people. The idea of being in nature is a really obvious travel. And the second thing is that most adventure travelers by nature are more adventurous, and therefore I think that they will want to still be traveling when this is finished, and that they will be traveling more than, mass market tourism sectors.
What is the first place that you will visit after the quarantine?
The sea, 100%. We can see the sea a little bit from our roof terrace. It's about 5 miles, about 7 kilometers to the coast. But we normally go walking there 3 or 4 times a week. So not to have been next to the sea is something I've missed enormously. So that will definitely be the first place.
You've been in Albania at the end of this February, the first days of March. How did you find our country? How long you stayed? What places did you visit? What was your favorite?
Well, firstly, we were really overly impressed with what Albania had to offer. And I think I speak for the whole of our team. Blerina and her team organized our staff retreat. So we were there with our core team to say thank you to them for the hard work everyone had done together in 2019. So it's an opportunity for all of us to be together. the nature, the natural environment that we experienced with Blerina's team was more than I expected. Both the lakes and the experience with the canoeing and the wetlands and the bird watching, and also the hiking in the mountains. I didn't expect to find such dramatic beauty, and it was quite accessible as well. I mean, we didn't have to drive very far to get to some of these places, and it was really how beautiful it was. What was my favorite? I think the waterfall, when we went hiking and then had a picnic under the waterfall, that was really lovely. And we also had amazing weather. So thank you, Blerina, for organizing the sunshine even in February.
Yes, we are lucky enough in Albania to have 300 days sunshine during the year. But thank you as well for being an amazing team and respecting all our culture and tradition, but also for sharing some advices on how to improve and how to be better and have international standards for travelers who will visit Albania from all around the world. Many young people and entrepreneurs are looking for opportunities to invest in Albania. Would you suggest them to invest in tourism? If yes, how? In what direction we should develop tourism industry?
Well, just talking from the experience that we've had here in Puglia, the winning formula for our kind of travel, experiential travel, has been the combination of luxury hotels and amazing authentic experiences. So I think there's an incredible opportunity in Albania to improve the accommodation sector. And if I had $1 million or $2 million to spare, then I think building even a world-class eco-lodge or something really extraordinary would be an amazing opportunity, because there's not much competition right now, and it would attract a kind of clientele that maybe doesn't travel to Albania at the moment because they want something really incredible in terms of their hotel lodging. And if they know that there's a 5-star hotel, like a really genuinely 5-star property, then they feel more secure in coming to an area and then trying out some experiences. So if what I mean is that if they don't like a hiking experience one day just because maybe it was longer than they weren't as fit as they remembered that they were, or they still come back to a beautiful hotel in the evening, and then they come out the next day and do something wonderful again the next day. But if they don't have that security in the back of their mind that they'll have a nice place to stay, then they might not be brave enough to then come and do the experiences that you have to offer as Active Albania.
Would you recommend to other travelers to visit Albania? If yes, why?
Well, I think it's always wonderful to explore new cultures, and it's always been a dream of mine to get to know Albania a little bit better. But the other thing about going back to your earlier question as to why we should have hope in this time, and why people might think, people will look for more meaning in their travel. They want to have more contact with local people. They want their travel to have more significance. So I think there will be an increase of people wanting to visit genuine places, and Albania is very genuine, very uncovered, untouched, still a lot to uncover. And I think people don't want the crowds and lots of tourists everywhere making Instagram pictures of every 2 minutes that they're experiencing in Albania, because it's still very authentic.
Thank you, Ali, for your time. And we are looking forward to meet soon again in Albania or in Italy, Puglia.
Thank you, Blerina. We can't wait to have you over here, and we'll see you again soon.
Hugs to everyone. Bye-bye. Blerina Travels in Quarantine was realized thanks to Active Albania with the support of Swiss entrepreneurship program